What will happen to Destiny after the final shape? That's the $3.6 billion question that every Guardian has been trying to answer since we first heard about the end of the Light and Darkness saga. And although I thought we would have to wait much longer to get some answers, recently we were given some breadcrumbs. Bungie's narrative team hinted at what might be the main focus post-final shape, and the response might surprise you. For those that are worried Bungie is done with the Vex, there's some good news. Apparently there are more Vex stories to come. This comes in response to the Vex taking a backseat role narratively for quite some time now. Questions have been emerging about where they've gone, what they're doing, and apparently they are plotting something big. When asked about the Vex, Bungie's narrative team responded, "Keep playing Veil Containment. There's more Vex stuff to come." Bungie said when questioned about why the Vex have faded into the background, becoming more of a force of nature rather than an enemy faction at the forefront of the story. This Bungie dev then went on to talk about the Vex's strategy by saying this: Stevens echoed the sentiment, noting that the Vex have indeed taken a step back and that there's a very good reason for that. If you are a collection of beings that can time travel and pop in and out of the timeline at any point, and you see two god behemoths boxing it out in front of you, and your goal is like, I want to be standing when these two are done, you're probably going to take a step back and be like, I'm gonna let them take each other out and we'll see what happens after that. So the Vex are trying to third party us like it's a battle royale and we are the last few teams alive. Not too bad of a strategy, except they have no clue that we all bought the 30th anniversary pack and now have G-Horn ready to blow them away in a moment's notice. The concerning part about this is that the Vex have been kind of our main enemy for 9 years now, 10 by the end of the final shape. We've been fighting them for so long, and if Bungie's plan is to create a new 10-year saga of our battles with the Vex, then I'm afraid they might not captivate the Destiny audience. We need a new alien species to battle post-final shape, or else the community is going to get bored too quickly. The senior narrative designer said, I think once final shape concludes, the Vex might be in a position to do some more stuff. It sounds as if the Vex, hyper-advanced intelligence that they are, see no reason to inject themselves into a situation as volatile as the showdown between the Traveler and the Witness. Bungie then goes on to say that they're in a wait-and-see position. So if I'm hearing this right, after the Witness blows up the Traveler and proceeds to aggressively teabag him, then and only then will the Vex enter the picture. Personally, I'm looking forward to that. But I will say that my hope is that if Bungie does push a Vex saga, that at least we get some new Vex enemy types. Wyverns were added with Beyond Light, and to be fair, they're terrifying. Also, the Panoptes mission was a fun one that I somehow kind of miss. And if you're wondering, did I just say I missed something from Curse of Osiris? Yes I did. Panoptes was cool. I'll die on this hill. But I don't want mini Panoptes running around everywhere like Tormentors. I want at least 3 unique Vex variants that we haven't seen before if Bungie is going to sell me on this. They then went on to say, we're trying to bring the Vex in a little bit more of a personalized way right now, and in a way that connects the Witness's story via the Soul Divisive. These were Vex that went all the way back to Destiny 1 with the Black Art. They've kind of been expanded through piecemeal drops here and there up until Spire of the Watcher, which was a really big insight into the Soul Divisive and how closely aligned they actually are with the Witness. The Bungie dev then went on to say, the Vex is my personal favorite faction. They're the most alien, the most fascinating, and the most unusual. Apparently this dev fought hard to get Vex Asher into the Season of the Splicer mission, and that he will always go to bat to tell more Vex-related stories. Personally, I like the return of Ashermere in the Season of the Splicer mission. The article then continues, part of the problem with the Vex is their inherently robotic nature. It can be difficult to give personality to an entity that has communicated exclusively through cryptic programming language, whose goals and motivations are beyond humanity's comprehension. So if I'm hearing this right, the Vex speak their own robo language, so that all we have to do is learn binary and we can communicate, right? I'm not sure if that's exactly how that works, but what I am sure of is that cheaters in Destiny 2 literally got world's first weekly flawless this week in Trials. And if you are interested in hearing more about that, then click on the screen now to watch. I'll see you over in that video.